Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, what's up, everybody? 239 Hockey. We're here live on Hangouts. It's the holiday season here. Christmas just going by. We're entering the new year, and we're talking about playoffs here in 239 Hockey. It don't get bigger than this. I'm talking about playoffs, and a man that's going to help me on the show here today, fellas. Here's Giant 918. Giant, how you doing over there, brother?
www.239hockey.net. Follow us on Twitter at 239hockey. The fact of the matter is, Flanny, is that the playoffs are right around the corner. So if you guys are tired of getting ripped off, you don't have to be forever. These are 21 game seasons. The playoff picture isn't even set in stone right now. At this point in the league, the top four make it. So the one who's got number one in the position right now might not even make it to the playoffs if they have an absolute meltdown. And we'll get to that later, Flanny. You're a part of that
Uh,
team. The potential is, the possibility is there. It doesn't look likely that that's going to occur, but the possibilities are very exciting over here, right here at
it,
239
it is
Hockey.
it is crazy, Giant. You mentioned, and one guy that always mentions this in the league, Hugh Laurie, always mentioned about parity in the league. I mean, it don't get any better than this, man. I mean, you look at this: 8 teams here entered here into season number one. Talk about 2016 almost being gone. We're going on to 2017, and the regular season is about done. We got 1 week left here, playoffs, and coming into the last week here of 239 Hockey, how crazy are the standings? I mean, looking at the standings, I mean, mathematically, 7 of the 8 teams have a shot in getting into the playoffs.
Yeah, there's no
And
question about it. If
every
you guys
team
take, yeah, go ahead.
and every team on there has a chance of not making the playoffs. None of the seedings are set. There's no number one, no number two team, and that's pretty crazy because generally you'll have like a top team, maybe a top two teams that dominated the whole season. Then you'll have your medium teams in the middle, and then the bottom basement teams. But not to say here. I mean, besides Saints team, I mean, I love you, Saint man. I mean. And I watched the show, man. Stranger Things, great freaking show on Netflix, man. uh, After they mentioned the name there for the Demogorgons. We'll get to that team. We'll actually teams here and who we feel is going to be the final four here for season number one, Giant. But yeah, parody's great. What were we gonna say, man?
Yeah, no, I mean, I was just going to go over Saints team, the Hawkins Demo Gorgons, and he's the only one. His team is the only one at this point to mathematically be eliminated from playoff contention. But the fact of the matter is, there are 7 other teams. 7 out of 8 teams have a chance of getting into the playoffs. A little bit of concerning things. You see the majority of teams have 18 games played. Now, there are some teams which we will go over, such as Midnight Express and the Halifax Healthy Scratches. Either they didn't get their stats in or they only played
Oh,
14 and 15 games respectively. So hopefully they'll get those games rescheduled for sometime in the next week or so, Flanny.
actually, that is right. You mentioned a good point there. Morty's team, the Healthy Scratches and Superstar team, Midnight Express, their series actually got rescheduled. So they're the only 2 teams that have 2 series left to play here in the last final week. So don't let the standings fool you. Don't let the points fool you because you got to understand. I mean, with 6 games as opposed to only 3 games left, either of those teams are still in the playoff hunt. Actually, Marty's team is already right now ranked at the top 4. So that's something we'll mention here on the show. So let's get into it, Giant. I mean, I know we got some guys already in the YouTube chat room. I want to give a shout out to DJ as well as Doug CTC. Always great listeners, followers here on the show. We'll be taking any questions or comments. If you feel me and Giant mentioned something incorrectly, please correct us on there. But let's start things off, man. I mean, looking at Saints team, I mean, unfortunately, that's one of the teams not making the playoffs. but they can play spoilers here for season number 1. Final series will be against Midnight Express. Stand with Saints team, man. I mean, this is a team that was winless until that 3-team trade went down. Things started changing here for Saints team. Last 2 series they've won. Not only have they won games now, man, they're winning series, and we'll see if they can bring that here to last week, and they might be able to knock a team out like the Midnight Express and take them out of playoff contention. So it is a big series here for Saints team, and doing so in that, and a lot of people are going to be cheering for Saints team. But I mentioned the trade. I want to get to that. That happened a couple weeks ago, and I'm sure Saints would have loved that trade a lot sooner in the season. Might have changed things a lot for his team. Because since that trade, like I mentioned, they won 2 series already here. They beat Marty McFly's team, and I believe they just beat Holy Divers' team, and now they have the final series against Midnight Express. But, Saints team giant here, man. One thing, what changed, what made them from a winless team to actually being productive here in season 1, yes, the trade. You look at that trade, who did they end up getting? They given up Dangles and Jets Killer. They got rid of the cancer, man, on there. And
but cancer spreads fast, bro. But it was too little, too late. Unfortunately, this season. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, but not only that. They got. It's not like they picked up studs either. They got Jimbo. I don't even know if Jimbo played any games yet because he's a 1 series guy, and then he ended up getting Collins from BCO 25 from Colin Ellis' team, So, but I think what if Saint did was the lineup here in season 1, and I was having Hi, my name is Ed play defense all season alongside there with what the hell's the guy's name, man? Damn, I just blew blank, man. Help me out here.
Cujo.
Blue Liner, there you go. With Blue
Okay.
Liner, man. So, and I think if they play defense, you got a solid goaltender in Cujo there, you know what I mean? I don't think they would have gone winless, and that's one of the things. And finally, we've seen this week 3. He brought up that lineup, you know what I mean? You had Blue Liner, you had, and then you had Hi, my name is Ed there play defense, and things got different, man. This team looked like Daly mentioned prior to the season, it could have been the Black Horse coming in and could have done. I just questioned his lineup, his usage. Yes, he got rid of the cancer there, but I think he could have got more wins had he done this earlier as well, and if this trade would have processed earlier as well as on that. Anything else you want to add for that?
Yeah. In fairness, over here, the shout out to Saint. I think it was his birthday a couple of days ago. At least that's what it said on Facebook. So if it was, happy birthday. But, you just don't know what some of these people on Facebook, like my twin brother's on Facebook too. It said he turned 99 years old last year. So I don't even know. Whatever information you put out there isn't gospel. Also, we want to send our deepest condolences to Hi, my name is Ed. I got news today that he had a death in his immediate family. So just want to send our condolences and prayers over there to Ed and his family. Hopefully they get some healing or whatever. But you see over here, so Saint only has 14 games in, even though the entire team has 18 games played. So did he sit himself out? Was he unable to make a game? I don't know all the details over here. But it's fantastic that he stepped up to the plate. You mentioned all the moves he made. Unfortunately, it was too little, too late.
Well, he had Ed playing offense, man, and I thought he drafted Ed with Blue Liner to play defense. So basically, what he did, he rotated the offensive line, which something that some other teams did as well. I'm gonna get to those as well, which I question as well. But that's basically so. That's why Saint didn't get all the games. They rotated that whole offensive line. So one guy would sit out, and then another winger or center would be out, and because he had Ed up front, and had
Right.
he kept Ed play defense with Blue Liner, I think that record would have been a whole different. Maybe he might even be in the playoff contention. But like I said, they do play spoilers next week. They're playing Midnight Express, and they're going for their third series win here. So we'll see if that happens.
So what position was Jets playing? Because I'm looking. We're gonna go to the next team, and it's Ophelia and the Buns roster. I think that has something to do with that cartoon show on FX with what's his face, that secret agent. I think that's what it's a reference to.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But
I don't know, man.
You take a look at the plus minus on Dangle ZHG and Jets kill. It's like -49 at -41. So you describe the cancer, and that shit spreads fast. 239 hockey family. But the fact of the matter is that Ophelia and the Buns roster, they're still in the playoff standing. So
they are mathematically, Giant. You're correct, but I don't see it happening. I see no chance in this team, especially the way they've been playing since the trade. Now, I question the trade here by Holy Diver. Here's a team that was doing well. I didn't think they were struggling. I mean, they were doing well. They, as a matter of fact, they took down our team, the D-Mart's Halifax Harpoons, which were undefeated, 8-0, going to series against Holy Diver. And this is a team. Not only did they give us our first loss, they were the first team to beat us in a series. And I don't think D-Mart has lost a series since even season 0. And that's why I question, because they came out on top in that series, and next thing you know, this trade goes down. This whole team just flops. Is it the cancer? Is it? I mean, the big part here, what I question, she got rid of King Rome. She got rid of King Rome. King Rome was her number 1 pick, her first round pick, and you let go of first round pick. And that never works out, Giant, man. It's rarely hard. Now, a lot of people might question. They might say, "Yeah, it was her first round pick." Hey, man, I think King Rome could have went even earlier in the draft. And and you do a trade like that. How badly did she want Dangles to play on this team? She was willing to offer anything at that point, and it ended up biting this team. And they play against Hugh Laurie's team. My name is Giant 918, which is a very hungry team looking to make that playoffs, looking to make a statement. And the only way this team gets in, they got to sweep Hugh Laurie's team, and they got to have other things to happen for them as well, man.
Yeah, and I'm just looking at some of these shooting percentages. I don't know who Shifty Maker is, but my God, man, the shooting percentage is less than 5%. Like, what are they throwing? Are they throwing even like beach balls at the fucking net or something like that? I just don't understand something that low. It's just incredible. You take a look at their goalie too. Shout out to 37 in a row, and it's not that bad. Like in terms of GAA. 3.5, save percentage 76.5. I mean, it's tough when you're going up against some of these studs out there in some of the other teams. But you're right. They lost 2 games in a row recently. They only got 3 games left. So even if they sweep, they need a lot of other things to happen in order for them just to get into the playoffs. Very interesting. You rarely see this. If your team is already gelling for the future, 239 Hockey Family, you might not want to consider a trade unless you just don't care. But like we said before, 21-game season, 3 series a night, twice a week. It's over fast. So the suffering doesn't. You don't have to be getting ripped off forever, Flanny.
That's true, man. Shifty, by the way, is Holy Diver. Another name change. I don't know how many times some of these guys change their names, but that's who that is. But this is a team that was set up defensively. 37 in a row, solid goaltender, solid defense, and then King Rome was a great defensive part there, playing center, playing D. I mean, he did it all, and that's why I didn't understand that trade, man. I really didn't, and it shows on here. exactly what I thought was going to happen is happening. And here's a team that was in the playoff hunt, not so much anymore. Mathematically, yes. On Jim Flanagan's board here, not going to happen, man.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the healthy scratches. So listen, if they Ophelia and the Bun. So let's say they have a possibility of points, right? 239 hockey, 6 more points for 22. That means the Halifax healthy scratches and like everybody above them have to like lose outright in order for them to
Yeah.
clinch. So it's not likely, but the pain doesn't have to last forever, right, people? Let's move along to Midnight Express, Lanny.
Yeah, a lot has to happen for that team, man. So, next thing is the Midnight Express. Now, Jari, Midnight Express on here at 7-5-2, 14 games played, 16 points right there. The team with the least games played. They got rescheduled, actually two. One game against us, and a whole series against Marty McFly's team, and then that series against Saints team. But don't let the points fool you on this team. They're on there. Like I said, they got 7 games played, so they got a potential of 14 points here this last week, which could, they, potentially they could get 30 points at the end of the season if they win out straight these 7 games. So,
yeah, I mean, you take a look at it. I mean, look at some of these stats. Freak on a Sticks. I mean, the kid's got 41 points in 14 games. Superstar himself out of 14 games played. Now, what I'm concerned about over here, 239 Hockey Family, is the information that I've received is that Superstar has had some issues with his internet. And guys, if your current internet service provider cannot provide a decent internet connection for you, or your retarded girlfriend or wife or husband, stupid videos and eating up all the fucking bandwidth, they need to get off 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time when they're trying to play. You play to win the game. You're playing to win these games over here. So if he's got some issues, I mean, he's got to fix those issues. I mean, that's the information I got. He's got chronic issues over here with his internet. And because of that, these games have been rescheduled and stuff like that. And he's got a bit, the team's got a fantastic chance of still making the playoffs. But you got to fix that issue, Flanny.
Yeah, you mentioned the internet issues. One of the downsides for this team. I mean, I had these guys at number 1 when the season started. I mean, just looking at the roster there, man. I mean, Freak on the Sticks. You got Superstar, and you got X Daily on defense. I mean, what can you ask for more than that? They started our season great. I mean, they besides the first opening series, which I mean, it's opening series, so there's no chemistry really going on. Outside of that, they dominated. I mean, look at the scores. I mean, these guys are putting up like 10 goals on some of these teams. But it's what have you been doing lately? And they've not been good lately, man. They've lost their last 2 series, lost to Yambag's team, and they got beat by Hugh Laurie's team, which questions them coming in here in the last week. Because if that happens here again, they're done. This team does not even make the playoffs, and I'll be shocked if that happens, man. Like I said, I had them number 1. I'm still sticking with them. I think they make the playoffs here. They still got a chance at number 1. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I still think they make it. If they don't, I'll be shocked. With that type of roster there, Giant, for them to not make the playoffs, internet-wise or not, man, that's no excuse, man. There's no excuse for a team like this with the type of caliber players they have. They got Saints team left to play, and they got to play Marty McFly's team. So if they lose to Saints team, man, they got to hit that panic button, man.
Oh, there's no question about it. I mean, you said if they lose against Saints team, it's over. They need to at least win the series. They're going to go down faster than MH370 went into the Indian Ocean, man. I mean, they gotta fix whatever they've been failing at. All right, that's what I had to express.
I agree. So that's them. And now moving up, we're going by the standings. By the way, what's currently posted here, and that's Hugh Laurie's team. My name is Giant918. Interesting team here, Giant. What Hugh Laurie has done here, and the team's been going up and down, man. We mentioned me and Daly on the show prior to the season. We didn't think Hugh Laurie did a fairly well draft. You know, he's been out to Vegas at times, and at those times, sometimes surprisingly, I think his team maybe even played better. Hugh Laurie hasn't really been much of a factor on this team. He's another guy that's done a lot of swapping with the roster, with the lineups as far as position wise. You know, starting off with Drift King playing right wing, bringing him to defense, and now he's got him at the center spot, which I think is brilliant. He took himself away from center. He's playing, I believe, left or right wing, and it's working out. They beat Midnight Express. We had a hard time against them without Hugh Laurie even in the lineup. They come in here. Their last series, they play Holy Divers team here, and I think if they come out and play like they did against the Midnight Express, they could potentially sweep this team. I think they need a sweep. I mean, technically they don't if another team gets swept, but it'd be probably better if they do get the 6 points. They'll put themselves at 22 points in a real good spot, and then just at that point they gotta hope one of those other teams does lose. Hugh Laurie's actually got a chance, if you mentioned making it in the playoffs, a much better chance than I feel than Holy Diver does, and it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, it comes down to this last series here. What Hugh Laurie does he stick with that lineup? One guy that's been playing extremely well, besides Drift King at the center spot. I mean, this guy is just tremendous. I mean, you put Drift King anywhere, and he's doing his thing at center. But I'm also talking about a guy named Cameron, CMRN XI, whatever it is. He anywhere Hugh Laurie has put this guy on the ice has been productive. Whether he puts him on the wing, he's been scoring goals, and recently he's been playing defense. They've been locking them down, and Sniper has had one of a hell of a season here, season number 1 for Hugh Laurie's team. He's the reason why this team has any chance of making the playoffs here, Giant.
Yeah. I mean, just take a look at it. All the teams we've gone over thus far and away the best save percentage and GAA, 82.4% save percentage, 2.89 GAA. That is absolutely outstanding. And one player that you didn't mention, and the team probably wants to forget about, is Legion. The kid has 13 games, 15 points, but I mean his plus minus, oh God, it is minus 11, and has just not helped the team. Legion, you got to get your game up, buddy, because if you're not going to be playing in this last regular game series, it would be a detriment to this team. Shout out to Joey Stokoe. We've known him for several seasons now. Hugh Laurie, obviously. Shout out to Hollywood Bob. This team is well balanced over here. You're right. If the lineup he's been rolling with has been working, I mean, he's got to keep it up. I think he's got a very good shot of making it to the playoffs, Flanny.
I'm going to defend a bit Legion there, because he did get a game-winning goal against us, actually time-winning, game-winning goal. And he's actually played a lot of games since Hugh Laurie was out in Vegas, you know. So he did kind of step up, you know, I mean, but it's real hard to fill in the shoes of one Hugh Laurie, you know. But
yeah, no question.
You know, but other than that, you know, they're still in it. Hugh Laurie guaranteed his team will make the playoffs. He's got a chance to do so, but he's got to win this series, man. He's got to come out big, possibly sweeping the bunts would work out the best there for Hugh Laurie, and they're still in it, man. So that's that. That's with his team. Anything else you want to add?
No. Let's move on to New York Dump and Chase.
Good. So now we're gonna go. Actually, the Halifax Healthy Scratches I have at number 4. So here's the top 4 currently on the standings.
My bad. I must have closed that window. My bad. Let me get that open.
And that's Marty McFly's team, they're Giant. And right now, they already got 20 points with 15 games played. They got 2 series left. So that puts them at a real good spot. And coming off a big series win against the Halifax Harpoons as well. You know, Marty's got in a great spot. He plays the rescheduling of the Midnight Express series, and then he also plays against Yambag. That Yambag series might come down to whoever wins goes into playoffs, man. That's how close these standings are. McFly, man. McFly, captain here, having a solid season here, just as his brother is doing. What do you think about the healthy scratches there, Giant?
Yeah, not much to say here. I mean, they didn't play a lot of games. I see Blaze over here, Johnny Blaze, Cosmic Mike. I'm taking a look at these points over here. There's no one that really stands out to me except Marty, pretty much. Shout out to Thug. This is probably one of the. This is the second best save percentage. Is the best goals against average so far. A lot of games over here. They got to play. They got to play 2 more series over here. And what about Pounders too, man? 11 games, 3 points, plus minus. I guess he plays defense over here, man. I mean, what's his deal, man? Out of the rest of these guys, Pounders 2. And where's Pounders 1? What the hell what's going on with Pounders 2?
Pounders, does play defense there for Marty's team. Thug in the net there. Solid season for him. But on Marty's team, I mean, we played them last Thursday. Now we were missing a couple guys. We had to go off the waivers. Our defenseman wasn't there. Folan wasn't there game 1. They took 2 out of the 3 against us. Solid night there for Thug. Pounders actually didn't play in that series. He went with Johnny Blaze on defense along with Ice Cream Truck. And then he had Thug in net and then the forward line there. So, and these guys, solid defense, man. I mean, we had a difficult time against them. It's going to be interesting what lineup Marty McFly brings out here, because prior to that series, they lost against Saints team. And, you know, so does he roll with that Thursday night lineup, or does he change things up, man? I think if he rolls with that Thursday night lineup, they're in a good shape, and they're in good shape for possibly even capturing the first place here by the end of this season. So the way they looked that Thursday night.
Express. They got to play Midnight Express too.
They got to play Midnight Express. That's true, man. They do. But still, man. You know, with the way Midnight Express is playing, man. I wouldn't be surprised if Marty comes in there and beats. I mean, Yambak's team, Hugh Laurie's team has beat them. So you know, that you know, I mean, listen, man. Marty McFly has this thing going. It's what lineup he brings out next week will be the I think the factor here, whether this team stays in that 4th spot, or drops out or moves up in the rankings, man.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to New York Dump and Chase. This team, I mean, at this point, 239 Hockey Family, it looks like it's going to be a playoff race between Midnight Express, Giant 918, and the Healthy Scratches. You know, because I mean, no, that's still not true. It could go any way, man. Because you got to see what the next games are.
It's crazy.
I mean,
it's crazy.
The parity is here. This is absolutely not true. You take a look. I mean, everything is just going crazy, man.
Colonel's team is tied up there with Yambag with 22 points. They're only 3 points away from us on there. And, you know, Colonel, I mean, here's a guy, generally gets his team in the playoffs. So that he has going for him. And I think he's the guy that came out the better end of that trade as well. That 3-player trade, the 3-team trade I was mentioning earlier on the show. He basically, this guy got King Rome for Collins. That's basically what it came down to, you know. And you got Kuzi on there, Colonelli. But the problem I think that he's having is availability. These people coming on. I haven't seen Gino, I don't know, for maybe 2, 3, or 4 series. If this guy has disappeared on the face of the earth, is he coming back? Is he has he been benched by Connelly? What's the deal here? Edge has to had to step up playing that. Edge doing fairly well, but once again, I mean, if Gino was playing that, you'd have Edge on defense. So you're missing that. That I think that's the big key factor here for this team. They got a solid lineup, but what the hell's going on with Geno Snipes, man?
Yeah, I don't know. Gino, heads up, bruh. It's not April Fool's. It's close to playoff time. I know you got things to do. Things are happening out there. But the fact of the matter is, things are happening at 239 Hockey, all right, pal? You only got 488 minutes over here. Now, shout out to Edge, too, because this guy's already, I get eligible, but you said normally he would play defense. Maybe he should just stick to net anyway. You take a look at his plus-minus, it's -7. So it looks like even the plus-minus points for the team, it looks like, he's squeaking these wins out, but he's been winning them. So he's got a good possibility to win. Who's his matchup coming up in the week?
Well, that's the key question here. They're in a good spot, 22 points. They got to play the team that's ranked number 1 right now, Halifax Harpoon, D-Mar. So it's a tough.
Good night, Colonelli. Good night.
And I don't know. Colonelli usually gets into the playoffs every time he's a captain. That's why I still feel he could, man. If we were to give out the Golden Cock Award, man, this guy definitely deserves it. I'm not going to give it to him yet unless he makes the playoffs here. Because, look, here's a guy that traded the draft with Hugh Laurie, to start off. And then he got this big trade here again. I think he came out just stealing King Rome here in this trade. But availability, where the hell is Gino? Or did Connelly just bench this guy and is done with him and going with Edge? So that's interesting to see. We're going to see what lineup they bring out against the Harpoons. If Gino's back, this is going to be one hell of a series here, Giant.
Yeah, it really should be. What position is Connelly playing? Does he play defense, I guess?
Defense.
Yeah.
Defense. Yeah. So basically, I think he's got him and Thompson now on defense, as opposed to him and Edge,
Yeah, but
that's what you're taking away when you put Edge in that.
You take a look at Rye Guy, a.k.a. Kuzi87, man. The guy's a friggin' stud, man. 18 games played, 45 points. What more could you ask for from the kid? You know what I'm saying? It's going
to be interesting. It's going to be interesting because the matchup you're going to see, it's going to be a Kuzi and NJ Ski on the other end, man. So going to be a fantastic series. That definitely is going to be on the Twitch, on the live stream going there. That's Tuesday night, I believe, that series. So one definitely to check out for. And I think it's, Connelly, I think if he wins the series, not necessarily needs to sweep, but wins the series here, he gets in the playoffs. If they lose...
Yeah, I agree with that.
If they lose this series, it's, like I said, he's going to need a lot of things to happen for them to make it. And I'll be surprised if Connelly does not make the playoffs here, man. But it is a possibility. He's got a big hill to climb here in that of the Harpoons.
Yep, agreed.
And then that leaves us the two teams, new hockey order there, led by Yambag. Okay. They got same record-wise as Connelly, 10-6-2, 22 points. Their last series is going to be against Marty McFly. To try to get some more points here in the standings. Yambag's team, man. Listen, man. If this team does not make the playoffs, they blame themselves and the captain there, Yambag. I think what Yambag has done is tremendous. He with the lineups, but I don't know if he did it too late here in the series season, because there's no way this team should not even be in the top team as right now. The way they've been playing, tremendous job by their goaltender. Shout out there to Dominator Silva. And I think if Yambag had this guy playing that all season, a lot of these games, I mean, you look at their schedule, their standings, they lost so many one-point games, overtime games. There was that overtime game where Yambag just tossed the puck to D. Mart. And then there was that series against Midnight Express. They're up 3-0 with like 7 minutes to go. So if it comes down to that 1 or 2 points, that's where it is, man. You look back at those type of games. But I think if Yambag had this lineup all season long, they wouldn't even be in that predicament. If this team makes the playoffs, Giant, I think they're going to make a lot of noise, man. I mean, a very dangerous team. But it's a question, can they make it here in the playoffs?
Yeah, I think they got a good chance over here. I mean, you take a look at Chubbs Reborn. Derek GNR, I've known him to be a defenseman lately over the years. So
well, he started off playing in that.
No, I know. Way back when I first got introduced to Derek, I mean, almost 10 years ago, probably. I remember that he used to play. I'm pretty sure he used to play net. You know what I'm saying? But then he started playing defense, and he was like a stud playing defense. I mean, look at the guy when he plays defense. He's got a plus 14 for the season. That's absolutely incredible. He absolutely does not belong in net. As long as Yambag keeps Dominator Silva as goalie and
look at Silva's stats, man. I mean, Silva did not play all the games there in that, but the games that he has played, I mean, look at those stats. And if they don't make playoffs, I mean, a lot of guys are not going to see that. But if you look at that, I mean, this guy is probably one of the, if not the top goaltenders, and a lot of guys not even mentioning his name. Just because of, I guess, the games played there for the team. Not taking anything away from Derek GNR, solid goaltender as well, but just as I mentioned on Colonel's team. But just
in the
but the thing is just
how many games?
But the thing is, just as I mentioned, just as I mentioned on Colonel's team, though, you put Derek GNR in that, you're missing him on defense. You know what I mean? So and having Dominator Silva there, and then Derek GNR working out much better. Chubbs Reborn's having a solid season there. Yambag himself as well. And it's going to come down to this game here against Marty McFly's team. And I think it's going to be win or die here for Yambag. They lose, possibly not get in. It'll be unfortunate. But if somehow Yambag can get this team in, I think they got a real good shot at possibly maybe even winning this whole thing, man.
Yeah, I agree with that. Totally agree with that, though.
And so that leaves us, Giant, here. The last team, the Halifax Harpoons, D-Mart, started off the season 8-0. Right now, still on top there, number one team. However, last couple of games, lost 2 out of the last 3 series. One against Holy Divers team, as I mentioned before, and the other series against the brother there, Marty McFly. And I want to get the record straight here, Giant. D-Mart did not just let his brother win that series that night. So I don't care what the sources say. There's been a lot of rumors going around that where D-Mart just laid down so his brother could make the playoffs. Nah, it's not like that. Like I mentioned, there was a lot of roster issues for the Harpoons, missing DJ for the first 2 games. Game he did play in game 3. We ended up winning that game. But Marty McFly, like I said, he brought out a solid lineup that night, and the better team won. That's all there is to that. We play last game series against Colonelli. It should be a fantastic series. I'm looking forward to that. And then we got that one makeup game against the Midnight Express. But, at 25 points there, still, we lose all 4 of those games. Some silly stuff happened here. Harpoons might not even make the playoffs. So, that's where that's at, Giant. What do you think here, man?
Yeah, not likely, man. I mean, you take a look at your save percentage, 80%, the best GAA goals against average in the league at 2.47. So, I mean, it looks like you played 14 games. Who else played goalie, man? You guys only played 14 games or what?
No, it's 17. Maybe some of the stats might not be entered on that last series.
Yeah, that's cute. All right, so
It's D-Mart.
doing a
D-Mart
good
over there.
job over there, D-Mark. Come on, man, wake up, bro.
But but NJ Ski's
I
been
mean, look
playing
at
dominant.
D-Mart and NJ Ski and Fallen. This
Yeah.
team, I mean, listen, you guys are going to be very dangerous. There is not going to be, I mean, I would take a shot of vodka, which I drink once every 5 years. If you guys don't make the playoffs, all right, I would take a shot of vodka because this isn't going to happen. You guys messing up with this team, it just doesn't look like it's going to happen. You take a look at the goal differential for the team. It's a plus 28, Flanny. Vastly different than anybody else in the league. Nobody even comes close. They're not even. It's like a mile away. The next closest team has a goal differential of 17. You guys are goal scoring machines over there, and the defense is so good. The goals against isn't anything. So, and you guys didn't even record. You guys didn't even record a game over there or something like that. At least for you, or didn't save it yet. Flanny, what's up with your picture, man?
Yeah, well, good. Yeah, man. Team's doing solid. I mean, NJ Ski, like I said, we knew he's gonna come out to make even at the center spot, man. With D-Mart playing right wing, and then Fallen just been tremendous. I mean, Fallen's been picking up goals left and right.
Yeah, he's a goal leader. It looks like
DJ's playing solid on defense, man, and he's having a hell of a season. One thing we are also experiencing just how Superstar has internet issues. Gunny lately has missed a lot of our games, and that kind of also impacted a lot of our series, I feel. But I think come this next week.
Is he on your team, or is he on Superstar?
Yeah, no, Gunny's there. Gunny's us, man.
He's the Mopar Leck or whatever?
Yeah, that's him right there. He said he was going to change his gamer tag, but,
Yeah, well, he didn't do it yet. And I haven't been on Facebook in a long time, so they got this stupid app called Messenger.
Yeah.
So he sent me something like around Thanksgiving, I think. I was like, so you think I work for Russia or something? I don't remember what I said in the previous broadcast. Dude, shout out to Dad. I'm not your dad, USMC, man. He's over there.
This whole Russian thing, this whole controversial thing going on, man. Ah, come on, man.
Oh, man, dude. So
that's worse than the Microsoft points scandal, man.
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy world out there, people.
But that's down to it. I mean, we can't really say much on here. I mean, come next week, we'll have a better breakdown. Once things go down, we'll see who's the top four. Giant, before we close out here, man, give me your prediction. Who do you think is only 4 make it here, man? Out of the 8 teams, we already canceled out. Out of the 7 there, man, who's making it to the Final 4?
All right, you guys ready for this? Halifax Harpoons, new hockey order. New York Dump and Chase, and my name is Giant 918 is going to be the last one into the standings and make it into the playoffs. Get ready to suck it, Halifax Healthy Scratches. You guys are going to suck a big bag of dicks this coming weekend, and for your makeup series, and it's all going to go in the toilet. Faster than MH370 going into the Indian Ocean, fellas.
There you go. He's canceling out Marty McFly, and he's also canceling out Yambag there. We'll see that. My prediction here, I got the Harpoons. I think Midnight Express still gets in here. I have them top 4, which leaves 2 more spots. Tough here, man. Very tough. I'm going with Marty. I think Marty gets his thing together here, man, and beats out Yambag on there. And then, damn, I don't want to say Hugh Laurie, man. I don't want to say Hugh Laurie. I think Colin Ellie somehow finds out, gets that 4th spot, makes it in. So there you go. Harpoons, Express, Marty, and Kyle Nelly there, top 4 make it.
Yep.
So we have that, and then we'll try to get on here next week, maybe same time, same day.
Yeah, we'll do a preview of the playoffs.
Once we have the rankings there official, we'll give our prediction on that Final 4. And we'll see you guys next week. Hopefully everybody had a great holiday. Enjoy the
Happy
New Year's coming up
Happy
here.
New Year's to everybody too.
I want to know where Hollywood Bob is putting, man, this Saturday.
You want to go there, man? Just make sure you don't go to the hospital, yo. That's all the time we got for tonight. Make sure you continue to check us out, www.239hockey.net. Twitter at 239hockey. Jim Flanagan, Giant918, signing out. Have a good night, everybody.
Signing out from the Sunshine State here, Southwest Florida.